Well, hello, my wonderful hive, and welcome to my pre recorded video. So, yeah, today, well, wow, we've got many things to talk about and discuss and catch up on, and I am ready. I am going to be trying some new stuff during this thing here. We're going to try some new stuff. We're going to up the ante a little bit. We're going to have some fun. So, settle in, get yourself a snack. I like snacks. Snacks are kind of my thing. Get yourself something to drink. Yeah, we're gonna have a little conversation. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it, shall we?
And now, the moment you've all been waiting for. The royal hostess with the mostest. The queen bee with the money, honey.
Beeplus.
That's right. And it's time you all bow to the real queen bee.
Here she comes, the most beautiful bee in the universe.
You're stealing all the bees just because you're jealous?
No, that's just a bonus. My actual plan is to capture all the queens. Their hives will then have no choice but to follow me.
All right. I don't think I'm ever going to get tired of that intro. I really like it. And it's kind of funny because I had no idea what I was doing when I made that. I kind of just threw it together, and I think it came out pretty well. No complaints from me. So yeah, hello. As you can tell, my voice is back. I think to its capacity here. Still not, feeling 100%. Definitely getting tired really easily. There's been a few times where I've wanted to come on here and talk, and I'm just like, I do not have the energy, but I certainly have a lot to say. And I've certainly been in chats, and I'm probably going to forget to cover half the stuff that I intend to, because that's just how my brain works. But yeah, I'm gonna do my best to get everything. I've got myself set up here. I've got so much to drink because I'm going to be super thirsty and my throat is still a you know, little sore. So I've got my seltzer, I've got my water. I'm geared up. I'm ready to go. I'm gonna try my luck at doing some like screen sharing and stuff, just so it's not just me talking at you. Um, I've always been hesitant to do it on like a real time live because I'm afraid of like screwing up. But it's, I have this thing where, if I'm have anxiety about doing something, and trust me, I'm sure many of you can relate. I have anxiety about doing a lot of things. Sometimes I just need to do it like once or twice and get the hang of it, and then it's like second nature to me. But it's all about getting that done once or twice, and I still haven't kind of passed that threshold yet. And I'm sure a lot of you have noticed that these are not, actual lives, quote unquote. So if you're seeing this, you're listening to it, and you didn't get a notification, that is not because my something's going wrong with YouTube. It is because no, this is not an actual live. This is a pre-recorded video that then I upload. I'm just using StreamYard to do it because it's the easiest way to do it. So there are reasons why I haven't gone. Oh yeah, it's already getting to be a little hard to talk. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep trying. So there have been a few reasons as to why I haven't been going live in the traditional sense. And a lot of that has to do with stuff that I'm not going to bring onto YouTube right now. But let's just say there's just some behind the scenes things that I need to resolve and get more information on and clear up before I'm comfortable doing that. And it really sucks because you're on YouTube. A lot of people will come out and they'll I don't want to say pretend because I don't know. Let's put it this way. They'll be nice. They'll love bomb you. They'll come on here and they'll make it seem like they're your friend and that they're there for you. And then it kind of turns out that that's not the case, or somebody tells it's crazy, guys. I mean, you really don't know until you're a creator. And I mean, maybe it doesn't happen to everybody. I think people tend to think that they can walk all over me. Now, I want to make it very clear that, I am a very nice person. I can be a very nice person. At first take, I'm a very, and I genuinely am to my core. I mean, as a person, I do care very deeply about people, and I'll go hard for the right people. Not everybody, but I will also put out there that I'm also a formidable foe. I mean, like you do not want to be on the receiving end of me being angry. And as time goes on here, I have I kind of like put myself in almost like a cage at first. I wasn't gonna I don't know. I didn't want to come on here and not be my best self. But as time goes on, I've realized that honestly, it doesn't matter. I don't feel any sympathy or camaraderie or that I relate in any way, shape, or form with a lot of the people on here anymore. Um, I am disgusted with a lot of stuff, yeah, just from all around. Um, and I think with the unfortunate thing that's going on right now is that I really do think that all of this is, and I'm sure Natasha is loving this because this was like what she needed. Um, if there was ever an opportunity for her to throw those smoke and mirrors at people, for her to deflect from, anything that she's done and what's going on with her, well, this is it. So I want to remind people that let's not forget who the real villain here is. And let's look at things objectively, okay? That's important. We need to have it be that way. It has to be that way because otherwise we're losing ourselves. We're losing focus of what um of what we're trying to do here. And I don't really want that to happen. Because that's exactly what people like Natasha and Dorothy want. Although I think both of them have different motivations. So I'm willing to say that for Natasha. With Dorothy, I don't think Dorothy is in touch with reality in any way, shape, or form. Um, I think that's probably what we're going to talk about her. So, guys, I don't know if you have seen, I have noticed that my videos really don't get a whole lot of views anymore. Really not sure why that is. And, if it's because people don't want to watch them, that's okay. That's cool. I get it. Um, Actually, no, I don't get it. I don't get it. I put a lot of work. I think I do a damn good job. Um, so no, I don't get it. Um, that's a whole other can of worms, right? Maybe I overestimate my own value. Maybe I do. Whatever. I don't think I do. But if it's because YouTube's algorithm sucks, which is what I'm leaning towards, it's because a lot of people don't see them. So I'm going to play them here because I actually, first of all, I did one that I thought was really great and funny, and I think we could all use some laughs. So I am going to play my latest video, which when I heard, like I had stopped, I was listening to Dorothy, and when she started having the conversation with Siri, I was like, no, this isn't gonna. It was like comical gold. It was perfect. There's more to that conversation that she had with an inanimate object, Siri too. I mean, wow. Yeah, wow. I mean, I think we all have thoughts and words about that. I mean, oh, wow. Siri, actually, I don't want to say that because then my phone's going to start talking. Um, yeah, we don't want to do that. I don't want my earbuds or my phone talking to me right now because they don't stop. Because my Siri likes to talk to me, Dorothy. Mine likes to talk to me. Yours clearly can't get away from you fast enough. So I'm gonna try my luck playing that. I was gonna play a couple of my videos here, just so if you're watching this, you get to see them. So I'm gonna play them on here. But guys, please do me a favor and head over to my page and go hit that like button on those videos. Actually, while we're on the subject, hit that like button on this video right now. Do it. Do it now. I know you want to. Do it. Or hit the dislike. I really don't care. Either way, just hit one of the like buttons, or you can dislike. I really don't give a fuck. And also, if you have not subscribed to my channel, I will be on here much more frequently. I have cut down to, I'm only taking one grad school class over the summer. So that should give me a little bit more time to be on here, because actually being on here for the most part, when it comes to just being on my own channel, makes me happy. What doesn't make me happy is what I see elsewhere, but I kind of have the power. I have the power on my own channel to keep that away. So I am happy. Like I don't know. I consider, I mean, no, not kind of consider. I definitely consider many people on here friends, and this has kind of been my support system. I know that I'm reading the room loud and clear right now, and I know time and place, and I'm gonna, as much as I'm not gonna come on here and put my problems on anybody. as much as I want to. I've been dealing with a lot lately. But I'm reading the room and time and place and whatever. But I might go into it at some point because everybody has their breaking point, and I'm damn well near mine. But I'm trying to keep my happy, my positive facade on here, for entertainment purposes. So yeah, let's give this screen sharing a try. Um, let's see. So if we're gonna share, actually, I don't want to do it that way. Let's see. Let's share our screen. Let's see. Yeah, and so I try to make a little playlist so everything was in the window. Oh God, that's a lot of windows. Oh, I can do it that way. Oh, wonderful. Okay, let me just make sure that this is. Yeah, I actually really don't care if you guys see the books on tape that I listen to on here. I'm sorry, like audiobooks. Whatever. We can share that. Actually, you know what? Why am I afraid of even doing this? All right. So we are sharing it, and I hope this doesn't do an echo here, but let's see. We're going to play this video for y'all.
And maybe Siri should tell me every once in a while that he loves me. I don't think that's too much to ask either. Hey,
well, hello, my wonderful hive, and welcome to my latest video. In this video today, we will see the ultimate AI superhero, Siri, completely own Surviving the Storms, aka Dorothy. Please watch the entire video because, guys, this is a good one. This is a good one. I put a lot of work into this. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it. Oh, and before either one of us forget, make sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. All right, let's get into it.
I'm listening. Every 10 minutes or so, could you please tell me you love me? Tell me you love me. Hey, Siri. Tell me you love me. He just doesn't understand love. He says, I'm not sure I understand. Siri. Hey, Siri. What's the definition of love? Siri, are you here?
I'm here.
Why are you ignoring me?
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
Why are you being rude to me, Siri?
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
Yes, could you sing a song for me?
Okay, if you can assist.
Oh, you're so mean, through and through. Everyone says ooh and you, and nobody loves you. Everybody hates you, cruelly.
I could boil away the hours conferring with the flowers, consulting with the rain. And my head I'd be scratching while my thoughts were busy hatching if I only had a... Hey, wait a second.
Green. You're funny, Siri. Hey, Siri.
Take care.
I was singing that song, and then the word finally had a brain left. I think that was very passive aggressive if you ask me, don't you think? Siri is a real ass. Yeah, that's Siri's for you. I think he's always listening too. If he can hear and I'm calling out his name, then he's always listening. And probably recording. And then he would hear me on my channel, sounding like a loser. Maybe, well, then, I think they would have sent some men in white coats and straight jackets to come pick me up.
I do see thoughts, you know.
You know, Siri's really unusual. He's rude. Hey, Siri. I don't think I'm very valuable or useful.
I don't have an answer for that. Is there something else I can help with?
Are you recording all the time everything that goes on in my home?
I respect privacy. I only listen when you're listening when you speak to me. You can't learn that about privacy.com.
So you don't record conversations in my home? Hey, Siri. Can you say something over though?
Okay, so insist. I could boil away the hours conferring with the flowers, consulting with the rain.
That's not it.
I don't understand.
That's not something over the radio. Hey, Siri. Goodbye.
Nice talking to you.
Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to hit that thumbs up, and if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Are you stuck in a narcissistic situation with Natasha Cooper and need
All right. Wait, it's not doing it anymore, right? Right? Okay. So yes, I think I can figure this out. Cool. So yeah, actually I've never watched my videos on on like my computer screen. I've always done them on my phone. So they actually look pretty good. I'm pretty pumped about that. They look pretty good. So the next one that I'm going to do, I'm trying to play some positive stuff. Is I made a lovely video that I called the scam recliner Lucian dance. I'm actually quite proud of this one. I think it's kind of funny. So we could all use some comic relief. So I am going to play that for you all next. All right, let's see. Okay.
Are you stuck in a narcissistic situation with Natasha Cooper and need help? There is help, folks. We are here for you.
Excuse me, are y'all with the cult?
We're not a cult. We're an organization that promotes love. And...
Yeah, this is it.
Told me to recline, so I had to let back the seat.
Told me to recline, so I had to let back the seat. Told me to recline, so I had to let back the seat.
Told me to recline, so I had to let back the seat. Told me to recline. Told me to recline,
This is how I feel all the time.
You have an independent streak that makes it very difficult for us to love you. Do you like it here?
Well, it's cold, and you won't let me sleep, and you locked me in a closet, but I've made a lot of new friends, so yes!
I can assign you 10 friends for life or 0. It's up to you. Do you understand?
All right. Yes, I'm back. So I know that some people are like, well, that's like a promotion for her. Well, what I want to say about that is that's a grown woman who is on here acting like a child. And I know that's more of like the funny representation of it, but I don't know. A lot of those clips seem to have gotten lost because, of course, she doesn't have her channels anymore because she's not supposed to be here. She doesn't even go here anymore, guys. Like, you can't sit with us because you don't go here. You can't sit in that damn recliner. You don't go here. Bye. Mean Girl references complete. Well, that was good. That was good. I dig that. But yeah, so I mean, this is a woman who, blatantly is asking, people for money and has that that whole, hold on one second, guys. Yeah, I'll deal with that later. Yeah, that has stuff to do with school. I don't want to deal with that right now. But she's like, she does things just to rub it, and her like followers are, I'm sorry. At first, I had some sympathy for these people. I felt that maybe they were being manipulated, and maybe didn't know any better, or were so invested in that community that they didn't know how to leave or whatever. But I mean, at this point in time, I've noticed that a lot of the, not all, okay, not all. So I don't want this to be like, I'm generalizing here, but if I was to take screenshots of her chats, I could highlight every single one of them in there. There are just some really bad people in there. Some people that, really have no morals or a kind bone in their body. And I think they're just as nasty as she is. So, I don't know. I don't have sympathy. And I know that people are like, leave subs out of it. Well, I'm not going to leave subs out of it. I play by my own rules. I do my own thing. I don't fucking care what you want and what you don't. I've never felt like I've ever been part of any community. I've always been the black sheep in my life. I've never ever felt that I've belonged anywhere. So I always make my own, you know, I'm adaptable. I will find my place, and but what that means is that I'm not gonna like have anybody come on here and tell me how I should and shouldn't run my channel or what I should and shouldn't do. I want to make it very clear that while I respect people's opinions and I respect their input, I truly, truly do. Really, the input that I value the most out of if there is anybody on this platform, oh my god, who is bothering me? I don't well, whatever. If there's anybody on this platform whose opinion matters to me, it's my subscribers and my the people who support me. And I do hear what people say. Nobody actually has said to me anything that I've been like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. Really, I think that people, for the most part, support what I do, and the ones who have said that they're disappointed in me, I don't know what to tell you. I've been very, very right about a lot of people on here thus far. I've gone with my gut on a lot of things, and I have yet to be wrong in most cases. The one exception that I have to that is, with Dorothy. And like I said, guys, I don't want to go. This isn't like, me being an armchair psychologist or anything. Although I am actually sitting in a recliner right now. I've got myself a recliner. I don't usually stream from my recliner, but I'm like, you know what? Today I'm gonna fucking stream from my goddamn recliner. I'm sorry, guys. I know some people are religious. I apologize. That I will avoid. I do swear. I'm not gonna have a filter on my mouth anymore, but I do respect those of you who are religious and don't like people using that phrase. So I do apologize for that. That I will avoid. The fuck word, no, I'm not gonna avoid that word, but I will avoid using that. But the thing about it is that yeah, and I've owned this. I guess like there's, for lack of a better word, I have mommy issues. So if like an older female comes in and tries to like kind of guide me and show me, I do fall victim to that at sometimes. But at first I really think Dorothy has gotten worse from what I had seen, like when the behavior that I had seen prior to what happened with Jess wasn't as bad. Like I don't know. I feel like a lot of people can agree with me on that I hadn't seen behavior like that before. Not even to like Natasha. I mean, I had not seen any behavior that I actually wasn't comfortable with but I haven't known Dorothy for that long. So please be aware that my experience with Dorothy started in, I believe, December is when I found her channel or subscribed or whatever. But so what it was a very different person. Since then, I would, if I had seen what I've seen since then, I would never have fallen prey to somebody who behaves like that. I would not want somebody like that near me. But I've actually been right about a lot of people. And I'm telling you right now, I mean, the truth always prevails. And I've always preached this, is that you need to look at the big picture. We can get all outraged and we can get upset about little things that we're seeing, but I tend to see this community as a big dumpster fire, but there are some locations that are, much more important, and we need to focus on the big picture. We need to focus on the big picture. And I have a lot of thoughts on that, and I know that they're not as popular, and I'm going to tell you right now, like, when how do I say this? Like, I know that a lot of people at first came to me Um, because they were, I don't know how to put this. I don't know how to put this. You know what? I'm not going to discuss that. Um, but basically, there are, are obviously people that don't care for grannies watching. And if they have their reasons for that, then fine. But I don't have I'm not gonna join in on that bash session, and I have a lot to say about that. Because I'm seeing a lot of stuff that is, as gross, if not worse, than Natasha Cooper behavior. Um, and a lot of it is from people who I think are cowards, because they won't do it on their own platform. They will go to the chat rooms of other people and talk their shit. Be a real woman and stand up and do it from your own platform. Don't go sneaking around and trying to go under the radar by doing it in a chat room. No, no. If you want to say things like that, you say it from your platform. Because the two people I'm referring to have their own platforms. So, and maybe they have. I honestly don't know if I subscribe or not. So, honestly, actually, I might retract that statement because I'm not sure if Lindsay or Alicia, because I'm going to use names because fuck everybody. I'm going to use names now. I'm not sure if Alicia and Lindsay have addressed this on their channels. So, I could be wrong on that. But I did see some comments that they made in Lycan's chat that, quite frankly, they should be ashamed of. I understand that, they might have their fifis hurt by, something Jess said about them or whatever, but that's just how these things go on here, and I don't want to get into that whole thing again because I'm putting the whole Lindsay situation on the shelf. I don't want to deal with that. That's done and over with. I don't really know Alicia well, but I can't say I'm pleased with the things that I'm seeing. So honestly, I'm starting to I'm starting to, that's starting to creep onto my radar. Um and I'm not comfortable with some of the stuff. And a lot of these are, a lot of it, well, I'm mostly disgusted with the Dorothy's chat room at the moment. I think that one has been the worst that I've seen. And Dorothy is just completely clueless, and she is literally like getting off on ranting about Jess, and this whole situation. Like, I am creeped out by the level of like turned on that she seems by all of this. Like, she is literally like, it's gross. Like, I feel like I'm watching something inappropriate listening to her, yelling with glee about all of this, and it's nonsense. It's nonsense, the stuff that she's saying. Like, some of her facts aren't even, they don't make sense. And I have examples of that. Hold on. And the people in her, actually, yeah, you know what? I do think I have screenshots. I should have uploaded these. I'm on my laptop, and of course my screenshots are on my phone. Let's take a look. See here. Let's see. I really don't want this to start playing anything, so let's see. Is this a screenshot? Yeah, it's a screenshot. Oh god. I don't even want to hear her voice right now, so let's see. Oh, that's a different one's. That's a different person's chat. Oh, yeah, we're gonna address a few people. Oh, I did not want to have to do this. Oh well. Oh well. I might get some backlash for this. People might think I'm being mean. Bear with me here, guys. I wasn't sure how I was, which of these. I don't know. I had like a whole. Okay. Well, this is something I really do wish I had posted on here. Damn. So before we go in any further, I want to get some definitions out there. And I really, really wish I could pull this up. But it's a meme, and I'll post it to my community post. But it's basically describing the difference between misinformation and disinformation. So, misinformation is coming on here or in general, but I'm using YouTube as an example, obviously, would be coming on here and saying something as if it's fact that, is not that's not true, but you believe that it is. That's misinformation. So if I was to come on here and say that, um, oh God, I'm trying to think of an example. Something that I had heard that I haven't fact checked or whatever. If I was to come on here and say that, my dog, I don't know. I can't think of anything. Like my dog broke their leg because they're, limping or something, which if I truly believe that that's true and I come on here and I say that, but it turns out that that wasn't true, then that's misinformation. Disinformation, however, is coming on here and saying something that you know is not true, but you say it anyways. So yeah, misinformation is you think it's true, but it's not. Disinformation is you know it's not true, but you say it anyway. I want people to keep that in mind. I want people to keep that in mind, okay? That is the definitions of that. There's a difference. So what I feel like is going on is that a lot of people are going up in arms saying that about people are lying or what I see. Now, I don't know, what's going on. None of us know for sure. But first and foremostly, I want to make it very clear. It is none of my or any of your business what Jess's health problems are. None of it. And I'm going to be a second person to verify here. And I know that a lot of people don't like me defending her like this, but I stand for what I believe is true and what I believe is the right thing. And based on, I'm a very rational person. So based on the information that I have, based on what I gut feelings, based on all of that, this is the conclusion I've come to. And I do know, because I was there when this happened, Jess didn't come on here and talk about it, just on her own accord. She didn't come on here and do a live and say, I have cancer. The reason she came on to do that in the first place is because, and I'm not going to tell the whole story, but it was because one of her old mods had said that in somebody else's chat, and obviously other people saw that this mod had said that, and if you see somebody say that and that's your friend, you're like, oh my God, Jess, like, are you okay? And because everybody started talking about it, she wanted to address it and get ahead of it. So that's why she came on and did it. She didn't come on here with the purpose of telling everybody that. In fact, I don't believe that she had any intention of bringing that onto YouTube. And I also want to tell you guys right now, at no point between that moment and right now has she done a fundraiser for this at all. Zero. So Dorothy, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut your fucking mouth and just just get off the internet. I hope a tornado like tears through the internet wire in where you are. Like I hope, because that's going to get twisted. I hope this tornado doesn't affect any human being whatsoever. Nobody gets hurt, but it just cuts off her internet. That's all. Okay. So before people, it's a Wizard of Oz reference. So don't get it twisted and say I'm wishing harm upon people. It goes, fuck you. But yeah, at no point was there a fundraiser. The only fundraiser that she's done, she did, and I don't remember if she started this before or after that, because it really doesn't matter. But was to bring her kids to Universal Studios, which fine. Or if she wants to have a fundraiser for that, okay. She's not like, I don't want to get ahead of myself here. But Natasha's reaction to that is insane. Natasha's reaction to other people having fundraisers is just wow. Wow, Yikes-osaurus Rex. And I want to talk about that at a later point, because I know that she had a lot to say about Granny, but she also had a lot to say about Brittany. Both of those, which she just looked like an idiot, in my opinion. You want to say that, and I will get ahead of myself, I can't help it, ADHD brain. You want to say that Brittany shouldn't have a fundraiser for, I believe, what was stated, and I only heard this from Natasha because I wanted to see what she had to say. just so I had, the current info when I do the, this video here. So, I apologize to Brittany if this is not what it said, but she said that it was for necessities, and she's going on and on about, just some disgusting shit coming out of her mouth about, she's never asked for necessities, and just rude comments and shit. Well, Natasha, you have fundraisers every day for stupid shit so you can buy yourself stuff on Amazon. What? Natasha, you are the most selfish, greedy cow I have ever experienced in my life. They should like study you psychologically, because at this point, like in my opinion, there's something very, very wrong, because you're literally like, those who sit in glass recliners should not be throwing stones. If you have an issue with it makes no sense. It makes no sense. But of course she's going to be outraged about it, because that's, a lot of us do share subscribers. Not to the point where it should bother her. But she doesn't like other people, putting their hands in the cookie jar. And she wants those cookies all for herself. But if subs choose to donate to that stuff, honestly, like I said, I'm reading the room and time and place. I was thinking about doing a fundraiser myself. But because I don't want to come on here and sad fish. It makes me so uncomfortable to ask for help. But it really does. It really does. And I don't like to put my personal business on here. Because honestly, because it makes me uncomfortable for people to feel sorry for me. But that's like a me thing. My current living situation is not great. Cost of living has gone up exponentially. I'm a full-time grad student. I support my own family. Well, I guess that's part of the problem. Basically what I'm trying to say is that I need to get myself and my family out of a really bad situation. And I don't want to cry, but that I've been in, because, oh my God, no crying. Crap. This is not what I want to do this live about. That I've stayed in for a long time for financial reasons. And I know Natasha's like, well, go get a job. Well, Natasha, why don't you go get a fucking job to pay for your stupid shit, the stupid fucking, floppy dicks that you put on your fucking forehead with googly eyes or whatever. Okay. But that's fine. And I'm not saying I'm starting a fundraiser. It makes me uncomfortable to have to, I don't even want to be talking about this, but, I've definitely thought about it. Because that's what, those funds are supposed to be used for, is things like, if somebody's struggling for necessities, or, even, if with Jess, she wants to bring her kids to Universal, and that's expensive. And, if people want to donate to that, then fine, let people donate to that. I don't think anybody ever had a problem with Natasha doing fundraisers. It was just when it was night after night after night after night with bullshit manipulation tactics, and it being like heavily pushed. It was just the way she did it. I don't think neither Granny nor Brittany have had a PayPal pool prior to this that I know of. So, I don't know. It doesn't have the same vibe to it. But my point is, before I got in the tangent about myself, which I regret doing, I scratched that from the record. I don't want to talk about that. Not right now. Because time and place. But yeah. So my point is that, Jess has never done a fundraiser to raise money for cancer, at no point. So for Dorothy to be sitting on her channel ranting and raving, saying that like people should be covering it, and like creators need to be outraged and they need to shut this down, and this is something she should be canceled over, like, what the fuck are you talking about, you dumb delusional bitch? Oh my God, I can't. Like, Dorothy, nope. Nope, nope, nope. Um, I'm coming for Dorothy. I'm coming for Dorothy, and I'm also coming for a few other people. And I don't really give a fuck if you're a subscriber or not. Here's just some people saying some fucking dumbass shit in people's chats. For example, um, just a couple ones that I've seen. Um, I understand why, Lycan might be, salty about everything and whatever. I don't really give a fuck about that situation. I really don't. But the fact of the matter is that, nobody here knows anything, and it's not our business, her medical issues. It's not our business, so leave it alone. Um, so I'm seeing some just dumbass shit. So, these were in his chat. And this person who is a mod for him, I'm not going to use names on this for now. But was saying that there are government websites to report cancer fraud. It seems to happen a lot. She will need to show proof of her cancer to the authorities. No one is going to let this go unchecked. What the fuck are you talking about? Like what the fuck are you even talking about? Who is claiming to have cancer for financial gain right now? The only person making money off of this is NatashaCooper. So let's not forget that. Don't get it twisted. Okay? I understand that people don't like Grannyswatching. I understand that. There was a time that I didn't like Grannyswatching. But my whole thing with that, and I've said this 1,000 times, is that what I appreciate about Grannyswatching is that, what you see is what you get. She doesn't pretend to be anything else but who she is. And I really think that a lot of people here are toxic. And, but at least with Granny, you know what you're getting. She doesn't, I used this analogy before and I was actually quite proud of it. And it was impulsive, but I was quite proud of it. So I was saying, some of these creators on here, they're just as poisonous and venomous, but their poison is in a bottle that's rainbow colored with a unicorn and happy faces all over it. And nowhere on the package does it say, I'm a toxic fuck who will fuck you over and says nasty vile shit and is a problem. With Granny, it's like, there's a big disclaimer. You know what you're getting in, you know what you're getting. And it just, can she come off as aggressive? Yeah, she can. Can she come? She's not. But she owns that. What I appreciate about Jess is that she owns who she is. She's not. She doesn't have a lack of self-awareness that some of these other people do. A lot of these other people pretend to be these nice, kind, just great human beings with morality and sitting up on their awfully high horse that it would be, a real shame if they would fall off of, because, that's pretty high. That I don't like fake people. I don't like fake people. So, she's not a perfect person. None of us are perfect. But at least she knows who she is and she's not, pretending to be somebody else. And then, I don't like hypocrites. I don't like hypocrites and I don't like fake people. And that's what I have to say about that. And hopefully that all came out right, because what it was meaning to say is that at least she's not like representing herself as something else. But I do understand if somebody has an issue with her, fine, whatever. What I don't understand is when people who Granny has done nothing to personally are, spewing all of this hate and bullshit and lies. Like I said, I understand if Lycan was to do that. Because he has his own issue with Granny directly. But to the people in his chat or in any chat that are just, jumping on this and saying the most disgusting shit, what did Granny do to you personally? What did she do? Could you name one thing? So what? Was she mean? Did she hurt your feelings? Or I have no idea. But like I said, guys, I spoke to Jess privately, and any issue that I had with her, like, I worked it out, and a lot of it was, my problem. I don't know. So I like Jess. I think that she is at her core a good person. I truly do. I really don't give a fuck what you think about that. And she does care a lot. Um, I don't know. I mean, hopefully it's okay for me to say this, but some people do know that I've been having a really rough time lately. Aside from being sick, I kind of went down that road a little earlier that I didn't want to go down, but I've been having a hard time. Like things have gotten not great in my life lately. And you want to know who's reached out to me to see if I'm okay on multiple occasions? You want to know the person who's done that? It's been Jess. And she has no obligation to do that, but she did. So I do believe that she cares very much about people, and I can't imagine how it feels for her to be betrayed over and over and over and over again like this. And I don't think she ever expected anything like this to come of, she didn't want to come on here and talk about that to begin with. She hasn't used the fact that she, this whole cancer situation to her benefit at any point. Like she wasn't using it as a cop out, like, we know NatashaCooper has done, when her mods came on and basically made everybody feel like they were horrible people about talking to her because her health was so bad or whatever. No, she didn't use it for that. She hasn't used it for financial gain at all. The only person making money off this is NatashaCooper. And that's disgusting. So y'all want to like point your fingers at her and say, "Oh, Granny's the villain. It's all Granny's fault. Granny's bad." When, you guys are aligning with people, the real villains here. It's stupid. It's so stupid. And I'm really tired of a lot of stuff on here. And I really I'm not holding back anymore. Because there's no point to it. There's no point. I really don't give a fuck what you have to say about me. I don't give a fuck. The people who want to be here will be here. I appreciate everybody's support that I get, and I have some really great subscribers. There are some good people in this community. And I understand that something like, cancer is, a sensitive topic, right? Like, you got to handle that with care. We have survivors in this community. It is not a laughing matter. It is not something to joke about. It's certainly, something that, when you hear of somebody faked cancer, that's a problem. That's a big problem. If somebody intentionally comes on here to do that, I understand the outrage about that, but people need to get their facts straight, and they need to really, really think about the big picture here. And I don't see it that way. I don't see that as what Jess has done here. I don't know. I'm not going to go into like the medical stuff because I'm not really sure what's going on, but I don't believe that Jess came on here and deliberately like lied to anybody, at all. I don't feel that way. I know that she has, gone through some medical procedures. I'm not sure. I don't know what she has actually come on here to say to everybody on here, because she really hasn't come on here to talk about that. And I don't catch 100% of her lives all the time, so I'm not sure if she's mentioned it publicly. But like, I'm gonna tell you right now, like she has been going, going through testing. Like, she has been going through that. That's legit. And for anybody who is not familiar with, I know I saw a couple, and I don't remember who said it. It could have been one of a dozen people. They're like, "Oh, she's saying she has cancer when it's really just HPV." Well, okay, but HPV can turn into cancer, especially when you've left it untreated and neglect. Because like she said, she had an abnormal, like the results that came back right before the pandemic, and then obviously everything got crazy with the pandemic. And I think her what she said was, I completely understand. Her kids were home from school. They weren't going to school. She had to be home. It made it harder to make doctor's appointments. A lot of doctor's appointments. It became hard to get health care. I lost, I don't talk about this publicly on here very often either, but, and, I'm sure I'm sure 90% of the people on here have no idea what this is, but, I have a spine condition. I have a permanent progressive spine disease called arachnoiditis, which stems from my accident in 2017, which requires, I was going through a lot of physical therapy. I was doing aqua therapy. It's a miracle that I can actually still function at the rate that I can, but the reality is that it can progress. Um, and at its worst, you lose your ability to walk. Now, I'm doing everything in my power to, make that so that doesn't happen in my lifetime. Um, but it sucks. But what I'm trying to say is that, I no longer had access to that because of the pandemic. So, and it's been what, like a few years now, 2 years? And stuff can progress really fast with that. And that's, I don't think anybody should be. I just think that with something like that, not a single one of us should be questioning it. Um, that's not our place. If somebody wants to come on here and pretend that they have cancer, that's on them. If they're lying, that's on them. Um, and it's none of our business. But I do want to make it very, very clear that Jess is not in any way, shape, or form use this as something to benefit from, in my opinion, at all, financially or otherwise. But so I need people to remember that. So, I don't know. I'm just disgusted. Yeah, and I see a lot of people just making comments that I don't understand why that's appropriate. Like, this is, a young woman's health that we're talking about with who has children. Um, and shame on you when karma comes and bites you in the ass, right? Like, wouldn't you rather be on the right side of karma? But yet, instead, you're all gonna, pile in and, throw money at NatashaCooper to quite frankly do things that are illegal. And yes, Natasha, that is illegal what you did. It's illegal. And I know that she's become quite brazen, because she thinks that she's untouchable. She thinks that the rules don't apply to her. Classic narcissist. Thinks the rules don't apply to her. She thinks that she's smarter than YouTube. She thinks she's smarter than all of us on here. She thinks that, nothing that she does is going to get rid of her because, she's just going to keep making new channels. Well, okay, have fun doing that. Have fun with that because it'll catch up to you. It'll catch up to you. I promise you that. I'm not playing around anymore. I'm tired of her. I'm tired of her. I'm tired of the shit that she's pulling on here. I'm tired of the chaos and hurt that she causes other people. No, enough is enough. So, let's be real. Let's be real here. I remember maybe it was a few months back. Natasha, of course, said, "Oh, I just got a text message," and I think that this was bullshit. But regardless, I know that Scarlett was on panel at this point. I do not remember who else was, but she claimed that somebody had tried to request her medical records, and she had said, and there was a ton of outrage about that. And to be fair, I do also recall that there was a time when Case Discussion claimed that somebody had tried to access her medical records, and Natasha took that and made content out of it. And it was all of this outrage. Her chat was just flying with, "Oh, that's illegal," and but you press charges, and "Oh, well, this is so awful." And these are the same people who are throwing money at Natasha to do the same thing to Grannyswatching. So what the fuck? What the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, oh my god, some of you are literally too stupid to insult. Oh my god, and I've always hesitated to even go out on that limb because I don't like calling anybody stupid. I don't like calling people dumbasses, but I at this point I just got to call it as I see it, and that's what you guys are. Like, some of you are some of the most ignorant, stupid people I've ever had the unfortunate experience of crossing paths with. Like, oh my god. But what she did, you're impersonating her to call and get medical records. Like, that's, first of all, that's illegal. Okay, that's illegal. That's not okay, and nobody should be okay with that. Nobody should be okay with that. And I don't know what the fuck was up with why. Who was it? Tammy felt that it was necessary to go over and do that, but I'm gonna let you know right now. Okay, here's a little something. So you might have gotten like a pat on the head from Natasha and her supporters for this, but I don't know how people don't realize in the back of their head that Natasha doesn't like you. She doesn't like you, and the minute that she's done with the use for you, you're going to be kicked to the curb. And you want to know what you're not going to be doing? You're not coming back here either. Not after pulling a stunt like that. I mean, for me personally, you're not welcome here. Not after that. Not welcome. I can only speak for myself, of course, but I don't want somebody like that. And I know people are like, well, Beeplus, you've done some things. Oh yeah, okay, I have, sure. Because I'm fed up. I'm fed up. Enough is enough. I'm tired of people pretending to be people that they're not. I'm tired of people sitting on their high horses, preaching morality and that they are, superior morally and all of that when they are just as bad and they are sneaky fucking snakes. Sneaky fucking snakes with their sneakers laced up for sneaking all the time. And they like to put it off publicly that they're these good people that, if somebody says something bad about them, the other person's the bad person, because who would dare say something about them? Like, no, own your shit, dude. If you're a drama channel, own it. This is my drama channel. I'm owning it. Don't pretend you're something else, and don't say I want out of the drama. I don't want to do drama anymore. I know that this is wrong. I'm not going to do it anymore. And then the very next day, you're up there doing fucking drama. That's what this community is. And that's another thing I'm tired of. And I don't really like that I'm saying this either, because like I said, I appreciate some, not all, some of the people I have seen trying to mediate and put their 2 cents in about, but at this point, it's starting to sound like a broken record. And every time it's about like the same shit. Now, at what point are we as a community going to just accept that we are a drama community and that what drama is people going back and forth at each other? And that whole thing. Like, at what point? Because that's what this community has been for quite some time now. So at what point are we going to own that as a community? Now, I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. I, for one, I'm not going to stop talking about people, because that is what I want to do. I want to put my 2 cents in on the stuff that's going on. Unfortunately, there was a point made. I forget who was saying it, but it was up on Granny's panel recently. If you just ignore Natasha, that's when she goes big. Go big or go home. That's when she pulls out the big guns. Because she's a drama channel. And for her to have content, there needs to be drama. Now, if nobody's speaking on her, she needs to find something big. Because she's noticed, and, it's actually very true, that, and look at, if you want to see real numbers, go take a look at her makeup sales. Go take a look at when she does karaoke. She doesn't get nearly the same amount of views or participants or any of that at all. If she's not doing drama, nobody cares. And that same logic goes for everybody in this community. I'm sorry. I know some people don't want to hear that. I know some people will say that they get, and that's fine. Okay. But let's be honest with ourselves. You get the most views on drama. That's just the way it is. And what that tells me is that the community enjoys watching this. Now, I understand, but what we need to be focusing on, I don't think it's that we shouldn't talk about each other. I don't think that'll work, because Natasha always uses that, because when Natasha's aunt died, I think most of us, I think actually everybody that I can think of stopped talking about her. And it didn't make a difference. So she used that, and of course she comes with the big guns, doxing. I don't know if it was doxing. I don't. Well, she brought Jess's dad into that. That was when that happened, and that was 100% wrong and vile. So she brought out the big guns, because obviously, she likes to kick the beehive, for lack of a better word, because that gives her content for days. And she makes money off of it. I don't understand how people don't see that at this point. I do not understand it. It is mind-boggling that there are people who are too ignorant or stupid to see that's what's going on here. Because it 100% is. She doesn't want people to stop talking about her. She'd have nothing. Nothing. Be honest with yourself. So she has a good difference of, I would say, several hundred. So if any of those several hundred, think, you tell me honestly that you show up to all of Natasha's lives. You tell me, on everything that you love and care about, that you are there for all of her lives. I know that I'm bad with percentages, but guesstimating, I'd say 70% of you are only there when it's drama. End of story. Because that goes for hate watching too. Like, nobody wants to fucking hate watch her selling makeup at a huge markup and scamming people, or karaoke. Like, honestly, I don't want to watch that shit. That's boring as fuck to me. That's I don't know. That's not my cup of tea. I'll tell you that right now. That goes for a lot of things though. And even for myself, I'm more inclined to watch drama on here because that's what, gets my attention. No offense to anybody else, I don't have a problem with what anybody else wants to do with that, but, let's be honest with ourselves. So I don't think not talking about Natasha is going to make any difference. In fact, for me personally, I'm not going to sit here and just let her scam people in peace. No, that's what she wants. She would like people to just leave her alone and let her scam. What she doesn't like is people revealing truths. I think she likes people talking about her, for sure. But there are definitely some subjects that hit home with her and, tick her turtle. And I'm starting to identify more and more of those. And some of it, it's sad and pathetic. Like I said, I was on Twitter and I put that. Actually, you know what? Let's play that video. So on Twitter, here's what happened. And I said that, I went through the rundown of it. On Twitter, Team YouTube has literally told her verbatim, their words, not mine, that she is not supposed to have a channel, that she has been terminated and shouldn't be there. And, somebody found it. I'm not sure. I saw it through Kim and Crafton's channel, but I don't know who originally found it. But I did find the thread. And after Kim and Crafton exposed it, after they exposed that Team YouTube had been very clear with Natasha about this, well, Natasha was like, wow, I've just been caught. If people go to Twitter and see that, they're going to see that I lied to everybody. And I've been lying to everybody. So the timing was just, it was bizarre. And I wish I'd gotten a screenshot. I'm sure somebody has a screenshot of it though, so I don't need to worry about that. So she goes over and she writes, oh, I'm so glad we had a private conversation. And before Team YouTube could respond, being like, lady, what the fuck are you talking about? That never happened. She deleted the whole thread. But then you still have her minions on there tweeting their quote unquote examples of harassment, which is the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. Apparently harassment and bullying is simply saying that Natasha is not supposed to be here because she's been terminated by YouTube. Apparently that's harassment. That's not harassment. That's the truth. You're allowed to speak the truth. This is, it's a free country. So I'm really, Team YouTube is probably laughing at you. Like they are, like in, like Carrie, they're all gonna laugh at you. They're all fucking laughing at you. I'm laughing at you. Some of you may have gotten a response from me, telling you just that. But it's dumb. Like, I don't know if you guys are just that, like I said, I hate calling people stupid, but you guys are fucking stupid. She's lying to you. She's lying. And, I know that she thinks she's untouchable and she's found these loopholes to circumvent everything. Well, you know what? TikTok, motherfucker. Like, TikTok, your time's limited. Don't you worry about that. Don't you worry about that. We all know that you don't have an attorney. We all know that, if I was somebody who had donated to that, I would feel real angry by now. Because at this point you've changed what the attorney is for, like a bunch of times, and you're not doing it. It's stupid. Like, oh my God, people. I also I have a clip and in real time, and it's actually in screen recording too. It was glorious. So somebody went into Natasha's chat and typed, and this will be in a video coming up, and typed, and they weren't being malicious. They seriously were. They would just gone in there and they said, Natasha, I'm just wondering, like, are you making progress with the attorneys? And in real time, I watched that get deleted. I watched it get deleted. So here's somebody, and she had said in a comment before that she had donated. Here she is just asking if there had been any progress made, and her comment got deleted in real time. What the fuck? So people can't ask about it anymore? I think we've seen now, like, at first she was being like a white knight of, knight in shining armor to make, on riding in on her poor, unfortunate horse that has the, oh my, that poor horse. We should make a PayPal pool to save that high horse that Natasha rode in on with this. Oh my, that poor creature. But regardless, she came in saying that she wants to make it a better place against bullying and fighting, and then it, suddenly turned into harassment of sorts. But guys, I think we've all know now, especially we watched the Johnny Depp trial, we watched all of those other things. Like, good luck with that shit. Good luck with that. There's no way that she has a legal case about any of that. She doesn't. And then that went on, and now she's using it to get her channels back. So the uses has just changed, and for her to be working with, she's just, oh my god, you guys don't. If you haven't seen that she's a con artist and she's always been a con artist, she's a grifter, then you know what, whatever. Like, I hope you go bankrupt from her. Like, I have no sympathy anymore, none, zero, especially for some specific ones of you. Like, oh my god. Disgusting, vile people. And a lot of you call yourselves Christians too, which is really interesting. Really interesting. But I did a video recently, which I'm going to play for you guys, that's basically showing you exactly what Natasha cares about. There was one point in the video where Dorothy was like, I'm concerned about your family. You need to do what's best for you and your family. And really fast, like before she could even think about what was coming out of her mouth, Natasha goes, I just want, my channels back and for people to leave me alone. Like, no concern for her family whatsoever. The only time you hear emotion in her voice is when she's talking about the fact that she's lost money or whatever. I had some clips that maybe I'll do a separate video of. I cut them out of this because making videos takes a lot of time. It's very time consuming, and I just got frustrated, and I was like, I just want to put this video out. But there was another thing where she was complaining. All she cares about is other people's numbers. So she's complaining about, I think it was, oh God, Leanne and Christiane's, channel getting to 500, and like, and even Dorothy was like, well, why don't we just wish them well and move on? She's like, I don't wish them well at all. That's all she cares about is numbers. Everything is about money and all of that to her. She doesn't give a fuck about her community. She doesn't give a fuck if you depend on her community. She can come on here and she will preach that till the cows come home. She does a good job at trying to convince you of that, but just listen to her. You'll know otherwise. But yeah, I'm going to play that video for you. Actually, I'm going to play this one first though. Because Dorothy needs her own exposing as well. Dorothy is a psychopath. She is insane. I don't understand what the fuck. I've noticed that her chat is mostly just like the bottom of the barrel, like lowest of the low, nasty scum of Natasha's channel. Like the worst of the worst from Natasha's channel now hang out at Dorothy's. But a lot of the time it's just a bunch of wrenches talking to each other because nobody fucks with her. She's talking to herself half the time. She doesn't interact with the chat. She's not interesting half the time. All she does is spout lies. So many lies. And she makes up shit about people and like, rants and raves about it. And like the fact that she literally sounds like she's getting off talking about this situation with Jess right now is just, it's so gross. It's so gross. But this is another video that I'm quite proud of. And I think that we all need to be reminded of who the real villains are here. So, while everybody's busy, and Natasha's just grateful for this opportunity to throw smoke and mirrors at somebody else. That person being Jess. And we need to remember who the real people that are on here that are causing issues are. So yeah, let's take a look at that, shall we? Let's see. Oh, I didn't even know that. Wait, no. Oh, snap. I didn't realize you could do that. I didn't realize you could do a lot of things with StreamYard. That's gonna make things interesting. All right, let's get into this, guys. I apologize. I think that it is. I'm gonna have to like rewind it a little. So hold on, but here we go.
Oh, Pongo. It's her. It's that devil woman.
I haven't confided one thing in her. You know what I mean? I haven't confided one thing, and now she's running around saying that I said to her. That's so ludicrous. Anybody that believes that needs to know bother me. That I said to her that I call secrets on Granny. Who the fuck would ever confide in me? You know what I mean? I would not say one thing to her that I hold sacred in my personal life, let alone something so damn like that. Don't be copying actually people's kids' fucking names, that's for sure. Anyway, I never done that. Who's done that? No, you gotta be careful who calls phone calls, Scott. Anyway,
You have me out. Get it out. Liar. Liar. Throw it out there, TJ.
What I got?
No. Right here. Who records phone calls? No. You recorded that phone call. You fucking liar.
What?
I read it up. No, Dorothy, that's a phone. Which phone call?
Wow. You're losing
You see, Jake, there was something that happened on from another different community.
Well, I don't care about that.
Right, how do you know about it? No. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about conversations out there.
I have never.
Have I been?
Did you record it, CJ? Play it. Right now. Get it.
Wow.
Did you record this, CJ?
So wait a minute, Dorothy.
Dorothy, did you record that, CJ? I'm going to ask you.
Look, can I
Did you
ask
record
Dorothy?
that?
Can I ask Dorothy first? If he said, let's just see if
I can't hear.
Let's just see if Dorothy wants to know, and then I'll tell you if I recorded it. If you did not say, Dorothy, that it would be a good idea to maybe make up the Thompson Jessica Lynn's name's kids.
I said that?
Yeah, you did.
I'm not a fan of the neighbor. I have to freaking careful who goes on that night. Never fucking did it.
That's
wow.
That's low. That's too much. Low. Yeah.
I don't
like this at all either.
Well, I did it.
That's not a fucking admission, though, is it?
You said it.
I don't care if I said it. Sure.
Well, maybe put like that. Then it's not the community in the fucking police saying it.
Never said it.
You said it.
Tell me here.
But then people doesn't go you live. You go you live. You go you
I want you to play it.
She got CJ. I've known Dorothy since 2018. And I can tell you now, you know what I'm like, right?
I would have told you.
Listen, she might say she's that, right? She says many things.
I said so many fucking ass.
Stupid. Play it.
you do that? I did, I said! You're the only one that hit me!
Bitch, since I fucking
I didn't admit to anything. I didn't admit anything.
Oh, so you didn't say it? Is that what
with the truth? Play it then.
Oh, what am I right about? Tell me one thing I'm right about. You tell me one thing I'm right about.
And when
Dorothy says many things. I'm going to be honest. I look, Dorothy, how many things do we not talk about and I say catch on Dorothy? She rants about it. Then it's over.
We all rant to our friends.
What I lied about?
So who cares?
What have I lied about?
Play it.
Just told you that I didn't record it. No. So now you're going to say you didn't say it.
I never admitted saying it.
You did say it.
Admit to adamantly saying it.
You did say it.
No, I didn't. I
You're
said
a fucking
I
liar. You're a fucking liar. And you can sit there now and wonder if I did fucking record it. But you've just fucking lied. You're a liar.
That's not necessary.
Look,
TJ wanted to pull it.
right? Stay the fuck away from me. Okay? Stay the fuck away from me, or I'll fucking say more of the shit you said. Leave me the fuck alone, Darcy. You're not going to make me get time.
You guys were literally just like cutting up and having fun days ago. So this is really sad.
Days ago,
It's
she was
unfortunate.
treating me like shit.
You disrespected my
emails.
and I to stop you repeatedly, nicely, and you don't care about anybody but yourself. So you kept interrupting and talking to my chat no matter what I did or how I asked you. You just ate that. I'm never caught no lie. So get ahead. Keep going, TJ.
I'm through with all of you. I'll get even. Just wait. You'll be sorry. You fools. You idiots!
Spots? I do see spots, you know. They're everywhere.
All right. Hold on, guys. So, right, as you can see, you know, we need to remember who the real villains are here. Now, I did see that Natasha, and I was just listening to it, so I didn't see anything. But I have my own theories about it. And to be fair, I mean, if this is legit, then you know, I will. All I'll say about that is that, you know, we do vent to our friends. We do say things. I know I certainly do. If people were to see some of my private conversations, definitely wouldn't. You'd be surprised. But I do. I get very angry, but I get it out of my system and I move on. But regardless, I also don't, talk about shit like that, or doing anything like that. But I did see that because it was interesting to me that yesterday, um, Granny brought up, um, the stuff that Tammy had told her, in their personal correspondences, and I thought that was interesting. And what I thought was even more interesting though is that today that was used as ammunition to throw back at Granny. So instead of Natasha caring that Tammy had done those things, um, what I heard, now I don't know if she showed receipts or not. Maybe she did. I have no idea. But all I can speak to is the fact that she said that Granny had asked her to do these things or something, which I don't know. I don't really believe. I don't buy it. I think it's just a little convenient that it would come out the day after. Now, I bet my bottom dollar that it's going to come out because of course Natasha will have no use for Tammy and throw her to the curb, and then at that point in time, when all of this is calmed down and people don't care anymore, it'll come out that it was really Tammy behind all of this, and that we all know that this is the cycle that happens and every single time. So I'm not really sure if I believe the validity of all of that. I really don't. That doesn't sound. I have no clue. But I think it's convenient, and I'm not surprised that that would be a move that Natasha would pull instead of being angry, because I find it very interesting that she's not angry at Tammy. I find that very, very suspicious and interesting. Um, but we'll see. We'll see, right? Hopefully this what else do we have? No. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. No, I don't want this to play. Okay. I'm trying to find a different video that I was okay, so that is there. Okay. Hold on a second, guys. Does it let me look? Oh, no, it sure doesn't. Darn. Would it be under library? Let me see. I apologize, guys. I am trying to find something for you. But yeah, so I mean, those are my thoughts on everything that's been going on lately. I'm really disgusted with a lot of the stuff that I'm seeing from people, like the comments that they are brazen enough to make. Like, what the fuck? Like, especially with a topic like that, like it's all, a lot of it is like kind of grasping at straws and trying to find something to be outraged about. I feel like Natasha Cooper has used this as a way for her to throw the focus off of herself, and the fact that a lot of truths about her were coming to light, to get that focus off of her. And I think that and she's succeeding, because I'm seeing a lot of people that are like, oh, I don't know if I don't know who to trust. I don't know who I can trust. And I feel that. And sometimes it is hard to know who to trust. I find myself in those situations all the time. A lot of the time I feel like, people who say that they're my friends and that they care are just waiting for, a way to screw me over. And unfortunately, that might be what's going on here. Hold on, guys. I am just saving some of these to a playlist to share with you guys. So we can watch, because I really, that's what I'm doing right now. I am reminding everybody of just why we're here, and what the issues are, and who the real villains are. But okay, everybody wants to throw shade at Granny over something that, if people use their own eyes and ears and looked at the big picture, they could see it for themselves. That what's being said. Oh yeah, she's jumping on this opportunity, jumping on the opportunity to use this as a way to get the focus off of herself and make Granny look really bad. And I am glad to see that there are a lot of people that, have a brain and are, first of all, either choosing to not get involved, which I did see from Save the Drama. So kudos to Save the Drama for that. I respect how they handled that. So as I will give credit where credit is due, I do respect that. I think they handled that the right way. And other people also have said that, cancer is not, if you're willing to lie about cancer, well, that says a lot more about you. I don't think Granny's lying. I don't. So, but, I guess everybody's going to have to make a decision for themselves. But if you look at the big picture and how the events happened and the timeline of events and who's really making money off of this, it's not Granny. Okay. And Granny didn't want to bring this on here in the first place. That's not what happened. But nobody wants to talk about that. And I've noticed that, the people who hate Granny the most, you got Natasha, Dorothy, and Lycan being like, the real spin doctors here, trying to twist this. And unfortunately, gave them a bunch of material to twist. But, maybe, I don't know. I hope time will tell and the truth will come out. And maybe people open their eyes and use their logical thinking skills and critical thinking skills. But I don't know. But that's where I stand on that. But I want to play a few more videos because, like I said, my purpose of this, these are the real villains. These are the people. We need to not forget this. I am gonna probably have to pause this and go get my charger for my laptop. So I know this isn't really alive, but I'm going to mute for just a moment, and I'm gonna go grab my charger. So, if you need a bathroom break, go get some snacks, get some popcorn, refill that water. You got to stay hydrated. Now would be a good time to do that. So give me 2 minutes here. All right, guys, I am back. You want to know what? I'm trying to think of what I want for dinner. You know what I'm kind of craving? Kind of craving Indian food. Yeah, it's expensive though. I don't really have the money for that, so I'm sure I'll have to figure something. I don't want to cook though. It's very hot and humid. I think it's hotter in my house than it is outside because there's like no cross breeze, and the way this house was built, like the window, there's only like 2 rooms in the entire house that can even have an air conditioner in it. But that's a whole other story. So yeah, I wanted to play a few more videos. So hopefully this is doing it right, because if not, it's like ruining. This whole thing is gonna be pointless. But all right, let's figure this out here. All right. Let's see some screens. I don't know what that says. Let's see. Hopefully I'm not embarrassing myself with any of this. I don't think I am. Share tab audio. Yeah, of course. Okay. So, let's watch this one, guys. Hey, what's up? This is Beeplus, aka Emma. Take a minute to hit that like button and hit that subscribe.
That's what you do. You talk about everybody else, but then you can't take the shit back because you're a little bitch. A little fucking bitch.
Why are you so bothered?
I lost my channels and I lost my income.
Well, hello, my wonderful hive, and welcome to my latest video. As you can see, or what? Rather here, we have Natasha Cooper sitting up on Dorothy's panel, sounding like a really bad country song. So let's get into it. I am sick and tired of Natasha Cooper saying that she cares about her community. So that's the topic of this video. We're going to disprove all of those things one by one by one. So without further ado, my wonderful hive, join me on this wonderful quote-unquote field trip over to Twitter, YouTube, and beyond as we explore the horribleness that is Natasha Cooper and our good friend Dorothy. All right, let's get into it. And yes, I am in a fabulous mood. Fabulous.
They just think it's a channel. You could build a new one. Who cares? It's a
But
YouTube
she's over there
channel.
crying
Right.
because her channel's gone down. A channel that she's only had monetized for a month.
Well, she said I worked so hard. We don't. I'm sorry. We sit here and we talk. That's not working so hard. What research have you done?
Especially, the True Crime channel. 4 freaking years. And to have every bit of that taken away because people don't like you.
Right. Well, she said I worked so hard. We don't. I'm sorry. We sit here and we talk. That's not working so hard.
I've worked so freaking hard. I know I had a really bad night last night. I didn't feel good, and I was just down and out about my channels and, the lack of income, and, it's just, it sucks. Not being able to rely on channel memberships and knowing that you're going to have that much guaranteed money every month.
Are you going to not set up memberships? Or what are you doing?
I'm not setting them up on this new channel. There's no sense in it. If it gets taken down, it's just a pain in the ass for the members. There's no sense in having them sign up for a membership that's just going to be paused again like the other channels.
What do you think it might make it taken down?
Well, every other one that I've done has. And they're steady mass reporting. I just sent in 13 more screenshots to YouTube, legal, of people saying they're mass reporting. 13 more.
No.
So I went over on Twitter and I took a look at some of the examples of proof of mass reporting and harassment that Natasha is having her subscribers tweet to Team YouTube. And guys, I'm going to let you know right now, and I say this with the most respect as I possibly can. This is absolutely ridiculous. Guys, first of all, it is completely within a subscriber's right to report a channel that is ban evading and still breaking terms of service, which Natasha Cooper is doing. So, okay, next. And the examples that they have of harassment are just the stupidest things I've ever seen in my life. Do you really live in a world where the examples that you're using that are quote-unquote harassment and so horrible are anything different than what Natasha effing Cooper does on her channel day after day? Do you really live in that sort of delusional world? Oh, guys, I have spent the better part of a day telling people exactly what I think of their posts over on Twitter because I've had it. So I'm gonna show you guys. Are you guys ready? We're gonna have some fun. Buckle up, Buttercup. So as you can see for yourself, YouTube on Twitter replied to Natasha and told her that even if you are, flagged, a person will still look at it and determine whether or not you broke terms of service and to remove you. So then she responded to it, and then Team YouTube said, yes, we double checked, and you did in fact lose your channels because you broke terms of service. So yes, you have been terminated. So then she wrote some sob story underneath, and they said the same thing. Crafton and Kim, put that out into the public and was like, hey, look, Natasha's lying to you all. And then all of a sudden, she comes out of the woodwork and she comments underneath that, thank you so much for having a private conversation. So, because she doesn't want her subscribers to think that she's lied because it doesn't fit the narrative. And then lo and behold, she deletes the whole thing. So if anybody here is Team Natasha, she's lying to you. She knows why her channels aren't there. YouTube is sure as to what their reasons are for it. They have verified that it is not because of mass reporting. It is because of her breaking terms of service. She is not supposed to be here. She is not supposed to have a channel. She is breaking terms of service, and people have every right to report it.
They've sent 2 certified letters to YouTube and have yet to get a return little ring slip saying that it's been signed for.
Well, Natasha, that's probably because A, you're a pissant channel and the bottom of the barrel and really don't make them any money at all. And secondly, you're not supposed to be here. Okay, imagine that. Moving on, next.
We were watching some of your show from last night and listening to you read those texts. I mean, they are concerning. I just want you to move forward within the best interest of you and your family's safety.
I just want my channel back and for people to leave me the fuck alone. That's all.
Wait. Did you guys hear that too? So Dorothy says that she's truly concerned about the safety of Natasha's family. And Natasha says, you know, all I care about is my channel and getting it back. No concern for her family
and then you have
whatsoever.
People underneath picking up lies about you, saying misstatements, just fabricating shit, and you want to correct it all, but there's no possible way you can. It's extremely frustrating.
Wait. Dorothy, did you just say what I thought you did? It is incredibly frustrating. It sure is. Fabricating stuff. Now, Dorothy, you are the queen of that, so, you know, maybe take your own advice there. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. See you on the flip side.
Now we're on the come up, steady scheming. We ain't got a lot, but you know we believe in what we feel in our hearts as we reach for the.
Hey, what's up? This is Beeplus, aka Emma. Take a minute to hit that like button and hit that subscribe.
No.
All right. Hopefully that's fixed now. Hopefully it won't. It won't talk to us. No. See, this is like the technical difficulties that I'm like I don't want to have while I'm on here. Okay. We'll start with this one in a second. Oh. Wait, what? Dude, guys, this is why. No, thank you. Let's see. I apologize. All right, let me share my screen again. Hopefully I'm doing this right, because if not, like I said, I'm just like ruining my entire freaking show here. But we need to remind people of who the villains are.
There's a whole bunch of videos about me. Who's made them? A bunch of ass-chapped fucking losers who have abso-fucking-lutely nothing going on in their lives.
Well, hello, my wonderful hive, and welcome to my newest video. Today is part 2 of me showcasing the many reasons why NatashaCooper is no longer on YouTube. So I'm not going to do too much commentary in between because I think these clips pretty much speak for themselves. So here you go. Without further ado, here is why NatashaCooper is really not on YouTube anymore.
And if anybody has a problem with what I'm talking about right now, hit the fucking door. I don't need to hear ignore it. I don't need to hear don't give them attention. That's not what I need. This is my fucking channel. If you don't like what I'm talking about, then fucking leave. And I don't give a shit what good intentions you have. You are not me. You have no fucking idea the shit that I go through every fucking day. What the fuck am I doing that's criminal, you stupid, ugly bitch? Who won't show your fucking face? Because you're a pussy ass bitch? You sit up on your fucking channel and talk shit about everybody, but you won't show your fucking face? Fuck you. You don't know me for shit. No.
So, guys, clearly, as you can see, like, she is just really not a nice person. Like, it shouldn't be this easy to find instances of her treating people poorly. Yet here we are. And I have so many examples of it that I can't possibly even make enough videos for it. So this is just like, it's unbelievable that people can support this and not see the forest for the trees. But, you know, I guess it is what it is.
None of you know me for shit. Sit up on your dumbass channels and talk shit about me when you don't know a darn thing about me or my family or any fucking thing else. Because you read something on the fucking internet, you think it's proof of something. And discontent. And anger.
Well, We could use that as well, right? You read something on a medical record that you shouldn't have in the first place that literally proves nothing, but you preach to your subscribers that it's real. Um what? I'm sorry guys, hold on. Hold on one moment, please. I will be right with you. I just gotta mute really quickly. Actually, you know what? No, I don't. I just gotta take care of a text here, and then we will move on. But hold on. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Um. mhm. Hold on, guys. Um. Let's see. Hold on. I'm so sorry, guys. Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to get my books for my class that I'm taking this summer. Mhm. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I don't like people. I don't like people digging into my personal life. That's concerning. I don't like that. Well, if I wasn't having anxiety before, I sure am now. But I'm not going into that at the moment. But yes, let's continue on.
Anger over what? Anger over what? What could you possibly be that angry about on the internet? Like, seriously. People have done a lot of stuff to me, and I'm not angry. Listen, I can't help that your pussy needs pounding, bitch.
Oh my dear Lord.
And I'm so sorry that you don't have a video of two scoots with the strap on. I want to start one. What can I start one for?
What can we start for?
This woman's obsession with dicks is just really interesting to me. It's very interesting, but moving on.
Drugged out person who doesn't take care of her children while she's alive. And
You talking about Big Musty?
I'm talking about Alicia. And have they asked Alicia about her criminal history? I am bothered by you, you bitch, because you can't keep my name out your fucking mouth. I haven't even talked about you, you bothered bitter bitch. But here you are talking about me again because you're a titty baby bitch that does nothing but cry about somebody else talking about you. She looks like a hook-nosed pussy. I don't think if I had somebody who looked like her, I'd punch her in the nose. Bless your heart. Bless your heart. You poor little victim. How does it feel to be a snowflake that calls himself a victim of one on the internet? How does that feel?
How does it feel to be a snowflake? Dude, have you seen what your subscribers are posting on Twitter as examples of bullying and harassment? Sweetie, I don't think you should be calling us snowflakes.
I'm nobody's victim. Never will be. And you want to talk about making a fool of yourself on the internet?
She's nobody's victim and never will be, yet all of the people on Twitter, post after post after post, are saying, she is a victim of, I've seen a whole, insert creator's name, Granny, Mandy C, so on and so forth. But I guess she's not a victim, but only when she's a victim, only when it's convenient for her. Okay. All right, moving on.
You're calling yourself a victim of mine. Oh, I can raise anybody's corner, baby. Anybody's. I bet your parents are so proud to know what a puss they raised.
Bet yours are too, Natasha.
I would be so ashamed. So ashamed of my children if they ever
I'm ashamed of your subscribers.
call themselves somebody's victim on the internet. I probably whip their ass, even if they were an adult.
Do you guys not see the irony in this, though? Like, do you not see the irony of all of this? Please tell me I'm not the only one.
Listen, what happened with Facebook? I came from Facebook over here and shit. I just thought Facebook was bad. It ain't got nothing on these trolls.
And Casey's over there. I know I'm not welcome here, but is it true that the 16 names were given out? And then she's over here, no, I'm better. I can spit that.
I don't. I have no words at this point for this woman. Why you would find this entertaining, I don't know.
Bitch, you can't spit words. You can't spit shit.
Before I play these next clips, I want to make it very clear that I did not agree with the showing of any journal pages on here. I do not condone that sort of behavior at all. All I am doing here is making a point that it is rather hypocritical, that, you know, I think that sharing nudes of somebody is incredibly violating. So I'm just trying to make a point here. Playing devil's advocate, do not condone at all.
If you don't want people seeing your cooch or your tits or whatever else you got to show, then don't freaking take a picture of it or a video and send it to somebody on the internet. Tell her and shut the fuck up. How about that? I don't know who the hell you think you are as someone's caretaker to come in here and tell me. And that's not how you spell disgustingly. That's disgustingly. It's with a G, you dumb bitch.
Just constantly making fun of people. And honestly, I know a lot of her subscribers are like, well, she's just reacting. No, a lot of the time the comments, and, you know, I really wish I got screen recordings of the chat. She's like responding to stuff that doesn't need a response like this.
If you're going to come in here and try to tell me something, at least know how to spell. And it's you are. You're being disgustingly rude and childish. You're being illiterate. You're one side, one destiny on Twitch. Twitch your ass on out of here. Whack, whack, whack. Boom. Yeah, I know they are on this beautiful mess. Mama, go boot that bitch out of the Facebook group, please. Go switch your ass on somewhere else on this great roach.
I remember at one point there was somebody who came in, or maybe it was commented on this video and was like, oh, well, this is, you know, this just makes me want to watch Natasha even more. You realize you're promoting her. Yeah, okay. You know, birds of a feather, I guess. If you're a piece of shit human being who has no empathy or compassion for anybody else and, you know, gets off at the expense of other people and thinks it's, you know, the greatest entertainment in the world to see other people bullied and harassed and made fun of for, you know, everything from, you know, intellectual disabilities to, you know, physical disabilities to, you know, so on and so forth, then, you know, if that's working as advertising for you, then, you know, I don't really want you on my channel anyway. So I don't know. I guess like go flock to your master. I don't feel like this is promoting her to anybody but piece of shit human beings. And I also just want to touch on this whole idea of content. Now, Natasha says she doesn't need anybody else for content, yet she has built her channel on discussing other people's tragedies. And also, what are you creating, Natasha? You create hate and, you know, all of this chaos and drama. That is what you create. So you want to say that the rest of us aren't creators? At least I put hours and hours of effort into making these videos. What do you create?
Let's talk about content. Why don't all of you try to have some content that doesn't have me in it? I don't need anybody or anything for content.
Well, what does she talk about otherwise? Honestly, I understand that people will be like, well, she talked about this. Right, okay, a live is going to have different parts of it. Not everybody talks about drama the entire time. But the main bulk, like the meat and potatoes of every one of her lives, is talking about somebody else. So I don't understand how she doesn't need anybody else for content. Where's your original content? Where's the videos, the ones like I do, where you put hours and hours of time and effort into? Where's that? You don't have those. You know, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to sit on here and run your fucking mouth. It doesn't work like that. But, you know, okay, you know, she can say, honestly, I think her worst nightmare is that people actually leave her alone. She would have nothing. And the problem is that when you do that, she was completely right. The minute you do that is the minute she goes as low as humanly possible. to get that drama going again.
Don't need it. Never have. Never gonna. What I need is for all of you to shut the fuck up. Just stop. Stop. Gosh.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that thumbs up and subscribe.
Cause we're so uninspired, so sick and tired of all the hatred you harbor.
I think that these clips need to resurface. She went through this weird period of time where she was making some very interesting faces that I would love to do something funny with. Well, hello there, my wonderful hive, and welcome to my newest video. Today I will be showcasing clips from part 3 of the reasons why Natasha Cooper is not supposed to be on YouTube anymore. So, without further ado, please. I meant to find the part 1 of this. Oh well, because part 1 was my best yet, but whatever. Enjoy. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe.
Ridiculous nonsense bullshit names. I want to off myself. I am of no use. I want to die. Everyone hates me. I am hated. I don't care anymore. I'm not bothered anymore. I'm not worried anymore. Now I'm back to I'm hated. Now I'm back to I'm going to off myself. Make up your mind. I mean, I know damn well case discussion seeing it. Well, maybe not. Today she probably can't see. Every day she's got some new ailment for somebody. I ain't never in my life. She needs to go to MRB's channel.
Natasha, you kind of have a new ailment almost every day yourself, don't you? I mean, here's the thing. I would never, ever, ever, ever assume somebody else's health problems. Because if you were to look at me, you wouldn't know just by looking at me that I have the spine condition that I do. Because I look normal. So I am not about, assuming somebody else's health. I believe that if somebody says that they have a health problem, then I'm just going to take it at face value, unless I have very good reason to think otherwise, which, with somebody on the internet, then no, obviously I can't know for sure. So I'm just speculating. But you claim everything from, from A to Z in terms of health issues. If it's not you, it's somebody in your family. It's a very interesting pattern as well. And I really, it seems like somebody in your family is always sick. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I know other people have pointed it out as well. So really not sure why you're calling out other people's medical stuff. It seems to be something you enjoy doing. But, I remember that one time that you said somebody was doing it to you. It was, oh no, not to you. God forbid it, and actually you've at many points been very upset that people have mentioned your medical issues, and there's been a lot of outrage in your chat, same people that, I guess aren't outraged by this, but, birds of a feather.
Case discussion is perfect MRB material. She fits right in there.
Have you also noticed, though, that it's always like somebody with like a medical degree by proxy? I think the example that stands out to me in my mind was when MRB, or I'm sorry, I don't like calling her that, but Mommy Ramblings had the C word, as in the one that they don't like you saying on YouTube. And somebody, and I wish I had screenshotted it, but somebody went in and commented on Natasha's rant about that, because of course nobody could possibly have ever been as sick as her. And no, she doesn't like the attention not being on herself, at all. And I have some theories about where she's going to be going next with the saga of where this is going, but we'll see. We'll see if I'm right. But somebody was like, it was, my daughter's husband is a doctor, and he would never, and a list of things supposedly disproving Mommy Ramblings. Okay, so your daughter's boyfriend is a doctor, so that makes you an expert by proxy? Really? I see a lot of that going on here, and I'm not just talking about Natasha's community. I see it all over the place. But you're, just because you have an experience doesn't mean it's the same for somebody else. It's not a one size fits all. You do not have a degree as a medical professional because somebody in your family does. That's stupid. That's stupid. And I see that a lot. Well, my cousin's daughter's fiance is a lawyer, so I'm an expert on this. Oh my God. Every time I see that, I want to punch that person in the face.
Hypochondriac, always something wrong with her. Go over there. Help and share ailments. And you don't want people to see your hoo-ha. Don't show it to somebody. Have some damn self-respect.
Exactly. What? Do it again, girl. Yeah. Right there.
Oh my God, I lost one. I lost the penis.
A peen down.
This woman sticks fucking plastic dicks on her face. Self-respect? Okay. And then to boot, you had the people in her chat that were, and in Dorothy's chat actually, and pardon my language here, and I'm so sorry, Jess, that I even have to use this language. But saying that Granny is a nasty whore, and must be all promiscuous and sleeping with all these people, and because if she would, this wouldn't happen otherwise, and trying to read into all of that. Okay. That doesn't make sense. Like, you guys are all like against all of that, but it's you like to watch a woman stick dicks on her forehead. I mean, and talk about mommy ramblings, wanting to, and strap-ons, and all sorts of ridiculousness. But okay, let's demonize a young woman, somebody my age. Actually, I'm 4 days older than you though, Granny. 4 days older. Because guys, the hypocritical nonsense.
Oh, we have a peen down.
And Glenn, you're just gross, but also the only clown here, the only person who is a joke on here is NatashaCooper.
Oh. Don't waste. Yeah, he's gonna wonder why. You're an idiot. Nobody has called your private area Augusta, you dumb bitch. I know you so badly want us to talk about you.
Then why are you talking about Granny's private areas? Really, Natasha?
We don't. We were talking about what the pocket is in panties. Oh my God. Oh, where's my stick?
They're on stick peen.
Yes, I know that pocket. She literally compared me having dicks on my forehead and they're plastic and have eyeballs. To her, talking about you jerking off.
Oh, I heard that.
Your wad, or however it is she put it. See, your hoo-ha, mother, father, freaking ball sack. Or it's right here.
But okay, Granny's watching is inappropriate. Okay, makes sense, guys. Makes sense.
Am I a not whore, or am I a lying? That's what. Look at it. Oh, maybe I'm a lying freak. That's what my card. Bitch, please. Get over there. And I'm just like, so devastated. It is it. And Captain's like, yeah, yeah. And I'm pretty sure I heard, no, you didn't, bitch. Go take your eardrums out. Do you need? Oh, yes, Bad Santa. I'm a Sasquatch. I sure am. I'm a lying Sasquatch MC.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, that's okay. I can agree with that. I think that's a true statement. You're a lying Sasquatch. I like that. Yes, lying Sasquatch. That works. In my opinion, of course. Got these big, goofy Snuffleupagus eyes.
And how she was such a victim.
Oh, well, Natasha, aren't you such a victim of cancel culture on YouTube? Boo-hoo. Oh, I'm such a victim. Now, Natasha, you're a victim when it's convenient for you, but any other time somebody else is weak for that, shut the fuck up. And, well, you're already sitting down, so I guess maybe stand up and take a walk.
Bitch, please. These people who claim to be a victim. They're a victim of me on YouTube. Are you freaking kidding me?
Oh boy, okay.
Because I hurt your feelings about something? What about what you said or did to make me react to it?
She's got all these weapons. That's what she needs PayPal pools for, to buy zombie apocalypse knives and God knows what else. What this hatchet? What else is there? There have been other things, just ridiculous nonsense. But okay, let's make fun of somebody trying to bring their kids on a vacation or somebody who needs money for essentials. But yeah, okay. Yeah, carry on, Natasha.
Donate to the Haters Fund. Is that the next thing?
Guys, screenshot this, please. Just screenshot this right here. NatashaCooper, everybody. Class act. All right, let me find the first one. I'm not going to do this much longer just because if I have this on here, it's going to be a really big file already. It's going to take like an entire day to upload because it sucks. But hold on, I will still talk while I look. I know there's another one. Maybe if I search, well, why can't I see my own videos? Here. Why can't I? Hopefully it's, well, you know what, I can. Let us see. Let's see, guys. What else can we add to this? There's a few. Whether these are lives, these are uploads. Where is it? Where is it, guys? Just so many. I can't believe I've been doing this for as long as I have. Ah, yes, it was this one, I believe. I believe it was this one. Is there any other ones that we would benefit from watching? Let's see. Most of the stuff that I've done are live. Oh, well, no, I did some short videos. I did a lot of short videos in the beginning, which, you know, people seem to like. I mean, don't forget to go to my channel, guys, and go like a bunch of my videos, all right? For me, it's, you know, I don't ask for much. But it would be greatly appreciated if you were to go to my channel, hit the like button on some of my videos, hit that subscribe button if you haven't. That would be awesome. I would love that. How did this? Some of these videos, I don't know how they didn't get as many views as I'd like them to. Oh, if I did that, I'd probably get in trouble for putting that on. Okay. Well then, let's watch this one last one here. This is probably one of the videos that did the best. Okay, so let's share one more time here. Alrighty. Let's see. I have to get something in here. My internet's being really weird.
Fuck am I doing that's criminal, you stupid, ugly bitch?
Well, hello, my lovely hive, and welcome to my newest video. So, as we all may have noticed, Natasha has been banned from another platform, even if it's temporary. And these are some of the reasons as to why. So before you come over and point the finger at everybody else, let's take a look at some of Natasha's behavior that contributed to her not being on YouTube anymore.
Bitch, whore, whatever I want to call her, because that would be my opinion and my freedom of speech, correct? Yeah. So, you're bitch whore. I think now I like that even better, both words together. Who would like to come up and help me critique Lycan's penis? Because that's what we're about to show. See? I've said repeatedly that you need a dick, not a glitter one. I said you need a dick.
Again, sexual harassment evidence, but no.
See, this is kind of what I wanted to make a point with, though, is with Glenn. It's like, Glenn, there have been multiple instances on which people have had concerns about your behavior towards women on here. So I don't think that's at all a coincidence. Multiple incidents. So yeah, and I do think a lot of the stuff you've said is quite inappropriate. So I know this is a joke to you. I get it. I know. I'm really not sure why somebody like yourself would be involved with Natasha. I find it, and I'm sorry to some of the men in here. I really am. There are some men on here that are awesome. Um, you know, but I'm 33. You know, there are some younger people on here, which makes sense. But then there are some of these guys that are hanging out on here, with a bunch of middle-aged women that they're like 15, 20 years younger than. And there's nothing wrong with middle-aged women. 40 is the new 20. I swear by that. My point, though, is that it's like men my age and younger hanging out on here with Natasha. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, I don't get it, but that's fine. I appreciate there are some cool guys on here, no doubt about it, but there are definitely a few that I'm like, why are you here?
These next bits of videos are ones that really disturb me and are really upsetting. These videos, the first one is directed at a transgendered member of our community who was a very good friend to her and has been nothing but good to her, and she turned on him really fast, and also mocking another member of our community and creators, Crafton and Kim, and domestic violence situations. And
she was mocking Kim as recently as today, calling her the like red oak neck or something, which isn't funny. So okay, but you know, that's fine, you know, but she's the victim of harassment and bullying on here. And does nothing wrong, and she's a victim of cancel culture. Yeah, okay.
Just being all around inappropriate and not okay. I don't know any better examples of what this woman has done that isn't okay. This says it perfectly, so here you go. So guys, trigger warning.
You have a vagina and you have not. That makes you the heifer. So, I'm just saying, if you want to get to anatomically speaking, we will go there. I'm going to tell you right now, I win. I'm always going to win. Always. You think you got an ally in old Red Kim? Hell, she can't keep from being strangled.
How is that funny to any of you? Seriously. How is that funny?
What do you think she's going to do? Save you with Crafton's hands around her neck? Apparently she likes it. Free Trump neck over here, Red Kim. Should call her Red Oak Kim. They want to talk about my neck, bitch, please. You got 3. I don't have Crafton got his arms around her to choke her ass out. So any information that anybody has about any of the people who target and harass me on a daily basis, please, 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 email me.
Wonder why anybody would talk about you, Natasha, you know, behaving like this and such. Really, it's a shocker that people have something to say about it.
Me at the address scrolling across the screen.
Next, I just want to show you guys some examples of the markups she's doing on the makeup she's selling. I was able to find some of these items on the Etsy.
My point about this, guys, is that as a consumer, you have the right to know what you're buying. So if you want to support Natasha's makeup selling for some ridiculous reason, I think it's your right to know that you're getting ripped off. You're getting ripped off. There's no doubt about it.
The flash sale website and wanted to give you guys some examples of how she is selling, you know, items that she paid much less for a higher markup, because I believe people need to know. So here's some examples of that.
Oh, awesome, Lola. This is really pretty. I want to have one of these. Thank you, Hannah. I'm always questioning them, Lola. This is not a palette for your eyes. It's for your face. What number? What? And you always work one. Okay, so I'm going to do these for 20, and that's number 349, and I have 3 of them. $3.49, $22. This is number 143, and it is $30.
So, Natasha, I have a message directly from me to you, and probably a lot of other people here as well. Stop evading your ban. Stop, pointing the finger at everybody else for your own bad behavior. The only reason that you are off of this platform and many others is your own behavior. You can't point the fingers at anybody else. So I think your own words say it best. So here you go.
But it's just like the criminals, the more they get away with things, the sloppier they get, and eventually they get caught. This is going to be the same way. Just stop.
All right. So exactly, I don't understand it. It's not a coincidence that she's been, booted off of so many platforms. I don't know anybody else who's been had issues like her, and there's got to be a reason. Like, stop being in denial about that. The people that have quote unquote canceled her, from Facebook are not the same people that are here. She makes this mess everywhere that she goes. Team YouTube tweeted in a definitive tweet from her page. I tweeted that, I'm sorry, my screenshot, that is from her Twitter, that she has been tweeting from. It said that she has been terminated. Not only did it say that she had been terminated, but it also said that even if you are flagged, for them to terminate you, a human being would do it. I'm not. You're gonna miss me with that. It wouldn't have happened this many times. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that, because you want to let's be honest. I'm sure many of you guys have flagged Grannyswatching's videos. I'm sure a very large amount of people have probably flagged Grannyswatching videos, and Grannyswatching's still here. Grannyswatching is still here. Hasn't gone anywhere. Nobody else here has gone anywhere. So the only person, and Natasha, you have a larger following, so that doesn't make sense. So I encourage people to use their brains. Look at the big picture with everything. Look at the difference between misinformation and disinformation. Like I said, like I talked about earlier, I think the only person that's lying to you in this situation is Natasha, who is exploiting this for all that it's worth. And, just think about it, though. Just think about it. Look at the big picture. I've said this 1,000 times. You have to look at the big picture. I know that, a lot of people dislike Jess, and I know that makes it easy for them to kind of look at all of the worst of everything, but it's not as it seems. It's from the information that I have. I'm standing with Jess on this one. Well, not just on this one, in general. I don't think anybody's hands are clean here. And like I said earlier in the video, I appreciate people who are self-aware, and what you see is what you get. I'm really not interested in fake people who pretend to be, everybody's friend and pretend to be nice people when they are sneaky little snakes, and cause a lot of harm, just not in a public way usually. And I don't know. And my whole thing about her medicals, why, if anybody is okay with that, then shame on you. I don't think any of us would appreciate our medical records being shared for somebody to impersonate us, to get information to use to harm us on YouTube. And that's exactly what happened. You didn't even blur out her patient ID number. Why? It makes people really and I hate saying it, but don't trust anybody. Be very careful with what you send, because there's some very unstable people on here. And oh god, I might get shit for saying this. And it seems that some of the most unstable people are the first ones to have something to say about this too. I am all set with some of you. Like, honest to God, and I know that if I was to go down that road, if I was to open that can of worms that is pesky, if I was to go down that and I was to say what I want to say, um, based on the screenshots and the things that I've seen her spewing chat room to chat room, I know that people would be like, "Oh, Emma, that's not nice. You know, that's somebody that has problems, and we shouldn't be." No, 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 no. Nope, 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 nope. I honestly, I won't feel bad. I won't feel bad if somebody, wants to do a video and points all of that out. Um, because at this point, I, I'm sorry. At this point, you want to, okay, you want to talk about faking or, using medical things on YouTube for attention. You want to talk about that? Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, I think it's been made clear on several occasions that Jess is a very caring person. Is she perfect? No, but none of us are. I do think she genuinely cares about her friends or just people in general. Um, and a lot of people have turned on her, and it's clear that a lot of people here suffer from some pretty severe, mental illness that is. I know that this sort of behavior is common with those sorts of diagnoses or what. Actually, you don't know because these people have said it themselves that they have it. So yeah, I'm not making assumptions here, but of course, everything in my opinion, speculative, of course. I'm just really tired of a lot of people. I'm really tired of being nice. I would never go low. I would never do anything that would really put me in the doghouse too much. Like that's just not who I am. But I'm also not going to avoid talking about certain people or use kid gloves. When people want to put themselves out there and be a part of it. If you want to be a part of it, if you want to, you know, if you want to run your mouth and be a part of it and do all of these things that are inappropriate and contributing to things, then yeah, you're fair game. You're fair game. Um, and I am a nice person, but don't like underestimate my kindness for weakness. That's a mistake. That's a mistake. And this is my channel, so I'm going to talk about what I want to talk about. Um, I have my opinions and my views, and at this point, I really don't care. People don't have to agree with me, but just wait, just wait, just wait. I'm human, so I'm wrong sometimes. But when it comes to reading people here on YouTube, especially since I've been here as long as I have now, pretty good at it. Pretty good at it. And you'll see. You'll see. You want to talk about feeling lied to. Well, there's a whole bunch of people on here that I think you'd be awfully surprised to know the truth about, but that's not my place. It's not my place to go into. It's not my place, and I'm not going to do that. But, the truth will come out. And just because I won't go there doesn't mean somebody else won't. So, mark my words. Mark my words. Unfortunately, in this community, you set yourself up to feel lied to an awful lot. But yeah, like I said, guys, when it comes to something like, somebody's medical, that is not to be brought on here. What Natasha did was wrong. Wrong. Nobody should be supporting that. Nobody should be standing for that. I also want to say publicly that, I did pop into, and I don't know. I was bored yesterday, so I popped into, to Brittany's, I think it was Brittany's live that she had. And in chat, Lycan was saying a lot of stuff about Granny. And I do want to say that I do recognize that there were a few mods in there. Who were they? Without Borders, God, Alex Erickson, and there was one other, and I am so sorry that I don't remember your name. But you guys were being very fair. You guys were calling him out on that and saying that that's not appropriate, and I want to give you a shout out for that. These days we don't always see eye to eye on that, on certain things, and that's fine. We don't have to. But I did appreciate what I saw and how that was handled in there. Now, I wasn't in there for very long, so I'm sure, I don't know. I hope that was consistent because, honestly, nobody deserves that. Nobody deserves to be treated like that on, or their medical records shown, or I don't think now is the time or place, or any time is to question that, a diagnosis like that. Okay, like I just don't. If somebody wants to, I forget who said it, somebody, but if somebody wants to come on here and lie about that, that's on them. That's on them. All right, like, don't put that bad karma on yourself. Don't go down that road. When it comes to medical stuff, I know very well that it sucks to not be believed. It sucks when people don't take you seriously, even though you struggle every single day. And that's not something I talk about. And maybe I should, because I do feel like there's a lot of people with chronic pain here. And if there's ever a panel about that, I would be more than happy to join. Like I said, I have a progressive spine disease called arachnoiditis, stemming from an accident in 2017, and spine surgery and a whole bunch of other nonsense that's going on with that. And I've had to relive, and I've talked about this in earlier things, but invisible. There are, sometimes you can't tell somebody's sick just by looking at them. So I don't ever judge a book by that cover. So I did see some people in Natasha saying, or maybe it was Dorothy's, it doesn't matter, the same thing. Were saying that, oh, well, she's up on here on a live, and, she seems fine. And like, have you ever thought for a second that maybe YouTube is just a support system? You ever thought that maybe, she comes on here for support? Because I know I do. I really appreciate all of the kind words and comments, and words of encouragement. And when people say hello to me in chat, I know that might sound sad, and I'm sure some people will make fun of that, and that's fine. You have no idea what I deal with in my life. You have no idea. You don't know me at all. And I really do appreciate that connection with people. And maybe Jess feels similarly. I don't know. But there's no wrong or right way to act sick, or that you have an illness. It comes to a point that you either live or you don't. And I could give up, and I could just lay on the couch and not move ever. Or I can live my life, and there's no wrong way to be disabled. Or I hate that shit. I hate that shit with a fiery passion. And there's an awful lot of that in Natasha's, an awful lot of go get a job, an awful lot. Oh my God, don't get me started on that. Don't get me started on Natasha. You go get a job. Seriously. Why don't you go get a job? Like, the stuff that came out of her mouth today was just disgusting. But I really, if I'm on here any longer, this video is going to take forever to upload. So hopefully everything went well on this. And I'm really hoping to straighten a few things out as soon as possible, so I can actually do lives with the chat. But until then, until I'm comfortable doing that, I'm going to do it this way. But all right, I'm going to end this, guys, and I will see you soon. And be kind, be nice to each other, and look at the big picture.